Hello, I'm Joanna Cooper, and thanks for joining us in our weekly news. Operation service at the Regional Processing Centre is now under new management run by the Nauru government and Construct. The transition took place on Friday, with the centre will now be called Nauru Regional Processing Centre Corporation.
Construct has been in Nauru for 4 years, and they are very pleased to take up the role for the garrison and welfare services in Nauru. The director of Construct, Mr. Adrian Murphy, said that it's a smooth transition from Broad Spectrum to Construct, and they are fortunate enough to be able to keep the current employees of Broad Spectrum. Legislation has been passed by the government of Nauru to establish Nauru RPC Corporation.
I'm pleased today to present to launch the Nauru RPC Corporation Office at RPC 1. The Nauru RPC Corporation came into being, as we know, by virtue of an Act of Parliament on the 1st of August this year. Its general purpose, amongst others, is to administer, manage and facilitate all commercial operations to the regional processing centres and settlements in the Republic. I'm pleased that one of its first administrative tasks was to negotiate and finalise, and thereafter recommended to Cabinet, for Construct International to be the operator of garrison and welfare services to the regional processing centres in Nauru.
So one of the good things that's happened on the change of contract from Broad Spectrum to Construct is that there's been a management agreement signed between Nauru RPC Corporation and Construct, and what that's going to do is it's going to make us able to work very closely with a local Nauruan company, and they're going to provide services to us like recruiting of locals. They will understand the culture, the people a lot better than what we would. And we think that that's going to end up with a lot better people being selected for projects, for positions that are available in the centres, and I think it's going to be good for the local economy and also the country in general.
Construct will be working closely with NRPC in regards to advertisements for employment at the centre.
Any local employee position that is available, the way it'll work is that we'll provide a position description to Nauru RPC Corporation. They'll then send out advertisements for those positions and people can apply.
It's a 1-year contract, and Mr. Murphy says will end on October 31st, 2018. He also offers his gratitude to Broad Spectrum and Nauru governments for their support in the transition and other logistics. Elizabeth Ace, who works within the Welfare Department for Construct as a Senior Education and Recreation Manager, said that they'll be following a similar structure to the previous service provider.
So within the Welfare Department for Construct, we are following a similar structure to the previous service provider. We will have senior welfare managers onshore back in Brisbane overseeing the operations. And then onshore, the Welfare Department will consist of Education and Recreation and also Client Services. So within Client Services, we'll have Case Management Support, Community Services and Settlement Support Services for all asylum seekers and refugees. And within the Education and Recreation Department, we'll provide a range of programs and activities to support refugees and asylum seekers within the RPCs and the community.